What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. This is Pokemon Mystery Mail Day number 117, or at least I believe it's 117. Anyways, crazy to think how far we've come with the Mail Day series, and it has picked up a lot since when we first started. Kind of just a general title, Pokemon Mystery Mail Day. So I knew that it was always a stretch, whether, it was a risk that it was going to pan out and be a decent kind of mini video series for the channel. But here we go, back again. Things have changed since I started doing Mail Day videos. At first, I had to wait to open everything up. You guys, I would not open something up to verify it before putting it on the channel. You guys would always see it first. Now, there are some items I'm opening up because I think I do deserve to see some stuff right when it comes in, and some stuff is so valuable and rare that I do have to verify it and open it up beforehand. But I'm still saving a lot of stuff to show you guys for the Mail Day videos. It'll kind of be like throwbacks. It'll kind of be like the old Mail Day videos. I've been getting really heavy into theme decks. As you guys know, I really like theme decks. I know eventually I have to stop buying so many theme decks. I just love theme decks, and I need to get back into just picking out cards that I think are really cool and do Mail Day videos on those. But now we're gonna start doing auction videos as well. I think people really like the idea of doing random auction videos at least once a week. So I'm gonna throw those in there as well, and we'll keep switching it up. But okay, let's go ahead and get into this. So right now I'm gonna show you guys into the garage. I'm gonna post this clip right here. Okay, what's up, guys? So we're in my garage now. Made this little clip because there's no way I could fit this into the game room. So here it is. I had these cases come in a couple days ago, maybe even a week now, but I've been getting the room cleaned up and organized, and here we have it. Here's all the cases that just came in. I probably need to get like shelving in here or some other kind of setup, but right now I'm just using like the Target bins, and I'm stacking those up against the wall. Over here we've got, guys, it's amazingly clean in here. Like, for what it used to be, we've got the cars, and I've even got stuff pressed up against the car just so that I can make more room in here. It might look tight, but it's actually a lot more cozy than it might seem. So I don't know. I think down the road, I'm gonna end up doing a whole shelving back up against this wall right here. Just put all the shelving. The cars, I will back up as much as I can against the garage. And then of course, all these boxes that are right here are just for me to reuse stuff, to ship stuff out. But at this point, I've gotten rid of most of them, and I don't think I'm gonna use a lot of them. And if I am gonna use boxes, I'm still collecting and buying stuff, so I can just use the boxes that come in. But yeah, that's the last of what I have left. I have an AC unit you guys probably can't see, but next to that little wooden horsey that's my daughter's, that used to be my sister's old horsey. Anyways, TMI. There's an AC unit right there. We've got some dog stuff too, that this is from when Diana was fostering dogs, so it's just where that stuff is for now. And then of course, our old baby crib, which it sounds like we're gonna need because we have another on the way now. And then of course, some spare wheels for my M3, and then my other M3's exhaust, well, both M3's exhaust. And then I got the cars right behind me. So yeah, this is the room set up right now. I've got it a lot more cleaned up and more organized, so it looks way better than it used to, and I still have a lot of booster boxes that are just on the shelving in the game room. But this is as cleaned up as I've gotten it so far, and it looks pretty good. Down here, we just have a bunch of cases. We've got 2 Paradox Rift, two Sword and Shield base, and then we've got 6 more Temporal Forces. I got one a couple days before I ordered these, so I have 7 Temporal Forces now. And I'm not even sure how many cases this is. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. 46 cases worth. some of them aren't cases, they're just single booster boxes, but it really doesn't make a big difference to me. I still count them as cases. So 46 cases times 6 boxes worth 4 times 6, 24, so that's 240. Another 6 times 6, that's 36, so 276. And then I've got some ETBs over here. And I've got 2 Evolving Skies ones. But yeah, I didn't even realize I had these. And then of course, I found these old boxes, which I didn't realize I had, which are sleeved cases of Fusion Strike and Evolving Skies. Each of these are about half filled right now, or the Fusion Strike's probably a quarter filled. And then I had some old ETBs, which I don't know if I'm gonna auction these off, sell them, or open them on the live streams. I'm really not a fan of the ETBs. The only ETBs that I'm a fan of are either the Crown Zenith, which over here, we've got all the Crown Zenith ETBs stacked up. So right here is about 13. And then we've got a case of 4 Pokemon Center Crown Zenith boxes. Or no, here's the Crown Zenith boxes down here. And then in here, we've got the, just so you got the Celebrations UPC. So I've got those in there. So quite a bit of stuff over here. I've got all of these boxes piled up, some Pikachu VMAX boxes, and of course, we've got my old, the AC unit right there that I'm gonna end up probably putting in the garage to keep everything temp controlled in here. And yeah, so this is a little update about everything that I ordered in recently, how the garage is kind of coming along, and now we're gonna go back to the game room. Peace. All right. So now we're back. Let's go ahead and get into the next boxes that we have. I've showed you guys the garage, just a quick little clip showing you all the cases that have came in. Those are on the floor. I need to get bins for them and start storing those properly. But yeah, just wanted to finally get this video done and show you guys that I am very serious about bulking up and beefing up my sealed collection of Scarlet and Violet booster boxes, because I'm kind of done with Sword and Shield at this point, unless I see deals down the road. Yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into it. So first things first, I'm gonna start with the coolest things that I've gotten in recently. So I'm a big fan of this theme deck. It is arguably the most valuable gym challenge theme deck, and they usually go for a pretty penny. Last one of these I sold was in a similar condition to this one, and I sold it for 500. This one I just picked up for around 330. I think it was like 350 after tax and everything was said and done. So we have a sealed mint condition Sabrina's theme deck. This is just one of my favorites. Between this one and the Blaine deck, these are my favorite like WotC era theme decks. Aside from like Legendary Collection theme decks, those are really cool. But yeah, this one's in impeccable condition. It's really, really, really clean. And these are just, you know, theme decks that's what makes me happy. I love collecting these. And this one did come with the case, and I don't know if it is a graded guard case, or no, a graded power case. It feels like it's a graded power case. The construction feels really, really, really nice on this acrylic display case. So I do think that it's probably graded power, but yeah, it came protected in the graded power case. So I was gonna put this up for sale and again, put it back around that $500 price point, but I have not found one that was this clean in a minute. So I think I'm gonna end up absorbing that cost and end up keeping this, but we'll see. We'll see. If the price moves up on these decks in the near future, I'll probably put it up for sale then. But for right now, this is just a really cool pickup, and I got it for a decent price. So let's talk about this next one. Now, this next one did really hurt to buy, but these are super rare. They barely ever pop up, and there is one option. There is one option for this deck to come as a pair of decks. It is the EX Deoxys Jetstream deck and the Star Charge theme deck. They come as a pair. There's one listing for about $1,000 right now on eBay. I picked this one up for around $400, and it's not my best work. It's not like I got a crazy deal on it, but I did really want to have this theme deck in my collection. At Collecticon last year, I didn't see any theme decks, and whenever I'm at any local events in general, I don't ever see theme decks. These are extremely rare. You do not see them pop up in the wild very often, and this one is in mint condition. It is still sealed. Everything is still intact. The pull tab in the back isn't even torn up. Usually this pull tab, you guys might not see it here, but there's a little pull tab right here. These oftentimes get ripped and torn and they ruin the whole packaging. I wish they didn't have a pull tab here. I wish they would have just left it where you open the tabs from the top, because these pull tabs make it much harder to find these in good condition because they get snagged on and then the whole thing tears. This one does have a hang tag, which I think is kind of nice, adds a little layer of protection on the back there. But yeah, mint condition. Been looking for these for a while. I have the Star Charge deck that goes with it, so now I'm getting very, very close to finishing all of the theme decks. I need 4 more in Wizards of the Coast, and I think I need 4 or 5 more in EX era, and I will have completed all of the theme decks. And that is a big goal of mine. I've been working towards that goal for a long time, and I've been collecting in this hobby, back again in this hobby, pretty seriously, at least for 3 years, but I know I've been back for at least 4 years now, and that deck has rarely ever popped up. So when the seller didn't budge on price, I was just like, all right, let's do it. Okay, so what do we have next? This is something that'll be a little bit lighter. I know I have a lot of boxes in there already, but this is the perfect kind of box that I would want to save and reuse. The perfect dimension. All right, see if there's anything else. We'll check this real quick, because you never know. People might throw stuff in. No, there's nothing else. Okay. So here we have a Platinum Giratina theme deck. This thing looks awesome. I already have one of these, so this one is going up on Mercari. I'm surprised I didn't open it sooner just to go ahead and list it, but I did want to save it because not all of the things that I buy are like grail, very expensive items. This was only 40 bucks. And it's in phenomenal shape. It is fully sealed. I love how it has the holo going all around the deck boxes. You know, I've said that Wizards of the Coast style, those boxy deck boxes, were the last ones I was going to collect, and then I moved into EX era, and now I'm moving into like black and white and platinum and diamond and pearl, and it's constantly expanding what I'm doing with the theme deck collection. But I really like this one in particular, especially because I've recently become a big fan of the Giratina as a Pokemon as a whole. But yeah, this deck is in really, really good shape. And yeah, I'm stoked that I was able to pick this up for such a good deal. I will say it's probably not going to go for much more than what I picked it up for. And then, of course, we have the hang tag in the back here that is still intact and on there. I could flip that up and actually hang the deck if I wanted to, but we'll press that back down. Anyways, I like the artwork on these decks. It's one of my favorite things about them. Like, I honestly care more about the artwork on the deck than the cards themselves. There is a Giratina holo in this deck. It's not really worth anything. But you can just see the deck is just beautiful. I love the holo foil on that. You've got the picture of Giratina right there, and then the artwork in the front. A lot of times I'm buying these things for the artwork, okay? There's no value in the deck actually being in here. Some of these decks some of the cards, the holos can go for a pretty penny. One example of like the style of deck this is the, I think it's Shadow Blaze. It is a EX Dragon Frontiers Shadow Blaze Typhlosion deck, and it has a Typhlosion reverse foil that is actually a pretty low pop foil card with in PSA 10. So that deck you can get for really cheap. I picked up a couple not long ago for like 50 bucks a pop. And I have one of those listed on my Mercari, but that deck, if you can get that holo and get it graded in a 10, it's worth a nice chunk of change. So there are some of these decks that allow you to not only get some bulk cards, some commons and uncommons that might go with the set that you're working on, right? So like right now, Platinum, if I wanted some cards for Platinum, this would be a good deck box to buy, and then I would get that Giratina holo as well, which I think I have in my Platinum binder. pretty much I got as far as I think 2010, and then I stopped working on my vintage binders, and I have a lot of work cut out ahead of me. I've been so focused on slabs, I haven't even been working on my binders. I've got a stack of cards that we've pulled here from the lives, and I haven't even put these in the binders either. Like, I have so many cards I need to put away or just put up for auction, and I still haven't put any of these away yet. So I'm falling behind on working on some other stuff, but I just wanted to make sure that I'm still staying on track with making YouTube videos. If I'm not posting stuff for auctions or selling stuff on eBay, which I've really taken a hiatus from doing that, and more just focused on making content, because that's something that I enjoy and that's something I can sustainably do. That again, I enjoy it. I don't enjoy sitting in here for an hour or 2 hours late at night listing stuff for auction. I've made it this far on my eBay, almost like, it's like 800 sales, almost hit 1,000 sales. My big goal was really just to hit 1,000 sales and then call it a day and be like, okay, I've made my reputation. Now I can sell stuff when I feel like it. But I am eventually going to get back to listing a ton of stuff on eBay. It's just right now I'm kind of taking a break. And I enjoy making content. So that's, this is the thing that I enjoy doing the most. So I'm going to stick to putting the most of my time towards that. So here we have this beautiful platinum deck that will be going up on the Mercari. I'll probably have that up today. Between making content, getting stuff ready, processing, uploading, going into work, we're taking photos and I'm sending those to Diana so that we can post them onto the Instagram page, which is just now starting to grow. But anyways, okay, let's open this next box. This is a pretty cool thing that I picked up. Definitely could not have afforded to pick this up and still did it anyways. Like, I don't know why I picked this up. It's just sometimes when you see a really good deal, your hand, push that back a little bit, your hand gets forced. And in this case, I felt like my hand got forced and I had to pick this up. So this is a box of somebody that competed at the locals or at the regional tournaments, and they won a bunch of these decks as prizes. These decks were $10 a piece back in the day. There were 9 of them that they had to sell. I offered them $100 a deck if they sold me all the decks, which ended up coming out to like 107 a deck. I know for a fact I have sold these sealed for $180 to $200 before, and I have one listed right now. But I went ahead and pretty much made a long-term move here that I think no matter what, I'm gonna make my money back on these. What we have here is a box of 9 Hotfoot theme decks from someone's childhood collection from winning these at tournaments. Look at that. Look how many these there are. I mean, and they're all brand new. And he said if you see any problems with any of them, feel free to return them. Dude, these are mint, guys. Oh my gosh. Dude, these are all mint condition. We've got the hang tags on the back of them. Okay, so we've got one there that's clean. I wish there's a little bit of bubble around these. I just can't believe that I picked up 9 of these back to back to back. I'm gonna have to sit on these, and wait, but these are eventually going to sell. I probably put these up for auction and make more than what I have in them. But another one, mint condition. This is amazing. These are all in great condition. They're all mint. Another one in mint condition, so that's 3. Another one in mint condition, so that's 4. Another one in mint condition, that's 5. Like, not even a dent, nothing, no creases, nothing. I don't understand how these are in such good shape. So many of them too. Another one right here. Incredible. Good Lord. These are in such good shape. How are these in such good shape after all this time? Okay. That's another one. Here is another one. Super good shape. Like, dude, these are all mint condition. Such a random pickup for me, but I know you guys will understand seeing that this is kind of like my niche. But yeah, I just created a little position. Okay, I could have bought a sealed case of, you know, whatever, one of the hotter sets right now. I could have bought a sealed case for $900, and instead I bought 9 theme decks. Guys, this is by far the largest sealed theme deck purchase I've ever made for these Hotfoot theme decks. Let's see if it'll focus in on, there we go. Focused in on there. There you have it. 9 sealed Hotfoot theme decks. Now, if you were to buy a case of decks, you would only get 4 Hotfoot decks. So this is literally the equivalent of 2 cases of Hotfoot decks, because you would get the Cold Fusion deck in unison with the Hotfoot deck. In fact, I have one up here. Yeah. You would get the Cold Fusion deck in unison with the Hotfoot deck, so you would want these as a pair. And I'm banking on people picking these up because they're gonna want to work on their collection of theme decks, and eventually these will also go up in price. The cheapest price on eBay right now is $200. So eventually these are going to go up in price, and maybe it's in 2 or 3 years that I sell them. Maybe I have to sit on them for a while, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. I think that one by one, these are gonna sell, maybe not for how much I'd like, but I'll probably sell a couple of them at, you know, a certain price, and then sell a couple a lower or higher. We'll figure it out. Either way, I don't think it's possible that I can lose at $107 a deck. In auction, I think they would probably go for anywhere from $120 to $150 on eBay. I'm gonna list them on Mercari because I don't have to deal with fees, and I can just set my price, and I know that I'm making money from what I paid, and then the price that I'm getting without fees on Mercari. Mercari has been great for that. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys. A bunch of theme decks that came in, a bunch of cases that came in. I've been doing too much lately, and y'all can probably tell. But anyways, I am pretty bullish on all of this stuff, right? I feel much safer buying into vintage items like this than I do buying into modern stuff, but I'm still buying into modern stuff despite that, because I'm sure that that market's gonna do well too, and it's just a way for me to diversify a little bit. I could have put this money towards that Gold Star Mew that I still need. I could have put the money towards a lot of things, you know, like sometimes I look at these purchases and I'm like, you already own some of these decks. Why are you buying them again? But so often when I've resold decks down the road, I've ended up doing really, really well selling them and sitting on them. And my thing here is not to sit on these for a long time, right? My thing here is to get these sold as soon as I can. But I'm just saying, like, in the past, I've sat on stuff and it's sold, and I've pretty much always gotten my money back plus some extra in there. But these, I think, are going to be a no-brainer. So maybe this looks kind of crazy. You guys can let me know. But, yeah, you can look this up on eBay right now. These are not cheap to buy, brand new, sealed. And again, not much inherently valuable here. You have the Jump Pluff Hollow. It's the most valuable thing. But you do have mint condition cards like Cyndaquil. You have the starter evolution line in here and some other Neo Genesis packs. You also have, I believe, a baby Pokemon. You have a baby Pokemon in the Hotfoot deck as well. Might be Magby. I'm not sure though. Anyways, there's a lot of good stuff in here, just nothing crazy. It's really only valuable in the sealed deck when it's in this condition perfectly. So we'll see what happens. It's also really, really cool because I've seen so many theme decks, and you see a variety here, a variation here on the actual type of seal, right? So some of these have more looser flaps at the end. Some of these have a little bit more of a looser flap at the end. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get it to focus, but like this one has a little bit more plastic. Like you can see it right here. This one has a little bit more plastic hanging off the edge, but I can tell that it's 100% factory sealed. And then this one is super, super tight. I mean, there's nothing hanging off. There's no additional. Guys, can you please stop barking? I'm gonna be polite this time. Can you please stop barking, guys? Anyways, this seal, you guys can see there's nothing extra hanging over it, but it does show you that there's some, you know, human error in these decks being produced, or factory error from them being produced. And they're not all perfect sealed, but they are all sealed. And it's just, you can see the variation of the quality control from the factory. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this mail day video. Let me know what you've been getting in the mail for your mail days. And you guys have a fantastic day. Peace.